shouldn't be. And
if you are, something wrong with you.
And I also think how you said they're mad because they haven't changed. They may have changed, but they may not like your elevation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They may have changed just as well, but they may feel a certain way. It could be intimidation. It could be they feel, and I feel like a lot of times when people say, you're acting funny, you're acting like you're this and that. That's how
where you came from.
They feel that way. It's not how they're more intimidated by your actions.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
A lot of times when people be like, she this, she that, or he this, he that, that's how they feel. The person might be just going la like a smurf. Ain't even thinking or consciously trying to be a way that you're perceiving them. And there we go with perception.
Just there, yeah. Just like some people when they elevate, like when people elevate, they automatically assume that their life is great and is golden. Like especially especially women against women who get married. Not all women, single women who want to be married. Mm-hmm. When a woman gets married, their life is perfect now. She got her husband. They finally got married. They had these 2 kids, but he done had 15 girlfriends, and they've been together 15 years.
Right in their life, but you're so jealous.
The picture is so it's killing you. So you don't even want to post no more because this bitch life is so bomb. And the whole time she's miserable. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it's more perception than
and I also think
reality.
I also think people fixate on other people's lives or what they perceive to be somebody else's life. People and social media plays so much of an important part into everything. Mm-hmm. I feel like social media takes precedence over that. Yeah, true. We always had Pearl from off 227 looking out the window, being in people's business. Mm-hmm. We've always had that from the beginning of time, but now with a lot of people living their entire life from sun up to sundown, day in and day out on social media, from going to work, church, trips, daycare, in the car, McDonald's, cooking, whatever. People's whole entire life is played out every day like a soap opera. So I feel that people get fixated on other people's lives,
but I also
and they're not even focusing on their own life.
I also think the celebrities bring that in. Like I said,
Tracy, Pearl, Pearl Shay.
Yeah, Pearl was the shit. I feel like back in our day, in the 90s, 2000s, celebrities.
That wasn't my day, honey.
When was you hot?
My days was the 80s and 90s.
But you wasn't hot in the 80s.
I'm an old head.
You was born in 70 what?
4.
Okay, you was hot at 10? That was your era?
I was 10 at 84.
I mean, but when was you doing the motherfucker? The 80s?
But the 80s and 90s was my time.
I know, but that was growing up and your influence. But when you was the shit in the clubs, that's the time I'm talking about. That was the 90s, ho. That wasn't the 80s.
Okay, I'll give it to the 90s.
Okay, great. But back then, celebrities were so far away from us. Like you only saw them in Right On, you saw them on the Video Soul, you saw them in. You didn't know their personal life.
I had every magazine that you ever could have.
Girl, Shell Wallpaper do addition to the
That's how
Bobby Brown, Tom Transfer, all them bitches. Shell did all of that. But back then, that's how celebrities were for us. Today, you can see what Cardi B eating for breakfast this morning. You can see inside of her house. You can see how she lives, her vacations, her everything. And some people are actually competing, or I have to have my life like hers. Right. I have to have my life like theirs.
Trying to mimic it and all of that.
Yeah.
All of that kind
so I think it's even worse now.
Celebrities were untouchable.
And it's like everybody is together now. Mm-hmm. You got like where they were up here and we're not down here, but you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. Now,
they were untouchable.
You can literally DM a motherfucker, they respond to you. Mm-hmm. We didn't have that.
Tracy said, Tone, I saw celebrities all the time. DC has celebrities in the clubs consistently. And my old hairdresser. I mean, I see what you're saying, Tracy, but I see what Tone's saying. Overall,
Tracy, but
we looked in a magazine or the Grammys. Yeah. That was videos. But now, celebrities are super accessible.
At Martin Lawrence, like, I've seen him a couple times hanging in clubs with my sister when I was young, but that was a rarity. That wasn't the norm.
Tracy said it's definitely different now.
Yeah, now tomorrow I can literally DM Martin Lawrence now. He talked to me if he interested.
Smoke said Rap City was the good old
days. What the fuck is up? I ain't seen you about 3 weeks.
Lakeisha said that's why I want Chuck, because people are stupid and Chuck doesn't need any validation from any internet platform.
Listen, if anybody know how to get in touch with Chuck Schumer, please DM me. Or messenger me.
For Lakeisha's sake.
Please. I got to get my best friend her dream
we have to, change is good. Evolution is important.
But is it?
Yeah, I feel like it
when
is.
people feel like they ain't shit if they can't get Megan Thee Stallion's private plane.
That's not changing and evolving. That's you trying to pursue material. That's totally different.
No, I'm saying like the times have changed and evolved, but we've evolved to that.
I still think that it's based on the person. Like, you should not idolize anyone, and you should not wish and yearn for something that you see or you think somebody. Megan Thee Stallion just took a break because she's mentally exhausted and she's having a breakdown. You know how they say, be careful.
Get well soon, baby.
Be careful what you wish for. So yeah, it's just changing, and you might have liked to party and now you read. And I'm not saying if you like to party till the day you die, but I feel like change and evolution is very necessary. But I do know that people get upset. Oh, she changed. If I smoke dippers, newsflash, I've never smoked them. But if I smoke dippers and now you see me, you trying to offer me a dipper, and bitch, I don't want to smoke it. Now you mad at me because I changed and you beefing with me. So
people live in low income housing, and now they own a home. Now you think you better than everybody else because bitch,
you think I'm better.
That's the first thing. They get into it with you. The first thing they say, bitch, you think you the shit because you got this little ass motherfucking house. Mm-hmm. Yes, I think I'm the shit because I have this little ass house.
Lakeisha said people just want acceptance.
Lane is the bomb.
Lakeisha said people just want acceptance. Nanny said, and it's really sad because people aren't living their lives. They are trying to live the life that social media said you should be living.
That's what I'm saying. Social media dictates everything of life, period, for some people.
Lauren.
And they feel like they're not living up to the status quo if they're not living like everybody else is living.
And then, the shade room and the neighborhood talk and all of these. We used to have, in my day, this is how you know I'm old. We used to have an Inquirer. Yes,
Lord, girl, that was my favorite magazine.
We had an Inquirer, the Star, and all of that. I would go get my tea off of those.
Absolutely.
Now you got the tea at the click of your fingertips. Soon as a celebrity get beat up, locked up, stabbed, whatever, within 5 minutes. So it's just we're steadily chasing all of this stuff and
everybody wants to be first. Everybody wants to deliver the news.
I didn't see people say rest in peace to somebody first. Then oops, they wasn't dead.
Don't even check.
You want to fall ass and say rest in peace first, so everybody can be like, oh my God, what happened? And reshare your status or whatever.
Girl,
that has actually happened.
And going viral is a goal for a lot of people.
Yeah, I be trying to go viral with my dances. Fuck all of that. I'm looking for dancers.
She does want to go viral. Bitch, you looking for dancers?
I'm looking for kid dancers.
To do what?
Just TikToks with me.
Okay, what are you trying?
Just TikToks.
I don't think anybody.
I enjoy doing TikTok dances, even though they be saying I can't dance.
Yeah, but I don't think that they should sign up because you're gonna have these kids going to rehearsal after school, and you're gonna want them to take this more seriously than their actual school work and shit.
I feel like everything is a gift and a curse. I feel like social media has brought some great aspects to situations. You know what I'm saying? Getting reunited with people. If you have a business, social media has opened up a whole new world for entrepreneurs.
Social media has also gave a stream of income to a lot of motherfuckers. Influencing is you can be an influencer if you work hard enough. Anybody can.
I look at this guy. He goes up to random people on the street in New York and he asks them how much is your rent? And he puts in the bio what they do for a living. Most of them are content creators. See? And that's how they make their living.
That's what I'm
So social media, just GoFundMe, helping people, everything is going to have negatives to it. But I feel like it's all in the person who uses it and how you view things.
So do you feel like the evolution to 2022 is a gift or a curse? Of course you can't 100% on either side.
I'm very much, I loved the 80s and the 90s. Of course, I feel like black people, we feel like we've evolved. I always say that because we have access to everything and we make money and stuff. But I feel like just from the character point of view and the moral point of view, we were close knit back then. You know what I'm saying? It was just more family oriented back then. Like now, even if your kids are around you, they don't even get off their phone. You know, we used to be outside all day and all night talking. You know personally.
Yeah.
Ever since you was a kid, where we was at, outside all day. Literally, we used to be outside till like 4 o'clock in the morning, talking, having fun, laughing. Now people don't even pick up their phone. Everybody brags on, oh, if somebody called me, I wait till they hang up, and then I text them like, oh, what did you know what I'm saying? We lost a lot of that stuff along the way, and I love nostalgia, and I love a lot of old things.
You do.
So I miss those days.
I am very surprised at your answer. Especially because you are such a social media person.
Yeah, but I
really am surprised at your answer. Like, you really would want that good old day.
That's why I would love it.
You are
going to
back in the day at heart, though.
I love back in the day.
But
it's nothing like it.
And you use modern shit so much in your life.
Yeah, but a lot of modern, like when phones first came and you had to get like a touch screen, and I didn't like that. Even they got this can opener at my job. I hate it. It's some state of the art. Just give me a regular old, some stuff I just love.
Yeah.
I've used it for 40 years. I don't want to change. I don't want to evolve. I just
want to open a fucking can.
Yeah, in that way. So
yeah,
things like that matter to, I miss stuff like that. Like
so it's a gift and a curse for you.
Yeah. Like I said, kids don't even look them in the eyes. Kids get their electronics and go in the room. You had to do stuff back in the day. You had to go outside. You had to do chores. You had to walk to the store. You had to go up to the truck. You just had to do stuff. Now these kids don't even kid no more.
But here's the gift though. Just imagine if COVID happened in 1992. The world would have been fucking gone. There was First of all, if you had to be rich to get a fucking computer, or you make a decent amount of money, and one person, the whole home show, the whole home had to use that one.
Huh?
What?
She said the elders hate electronics. That's me.
The elders do hate electronics, but
I will lay in the bed for 4 hours trying to edit one TikTok. Fuck what you heard.
I love it.
People be like, where you at? What was you doing?
I love it.
Bitch, I was editing a TikTok for half the day.
I'm a person that I never like talking on the phone after past like 17, 18 years old. She can tell you, I ain't never like talking to them. So I love technology. I don't got to talk to nobody. I don't got to receive no motherfucking mail. I can pay everything without having to speak to nobody. I love it all.
I don't like that. I don't like, you have to have your emails on your phone. They got to send you a code to get. I don't like any of that. Give me the old days.
I check my mail once every like 2 or 3 weeks. Bitch, if you sending me something, Pony Express.
Tracy said the worst diseases happened back in the day. We would have been fine, Tone. And
the worst diseases happened. No, but that's why I said in the 90s. Because the 90s is where electronic shit started to really evolve for the household name. Like for the people, the average Joe. Back in the 80s, there was computers back in the late 70s. Through the 80s and all that. But you had to be like rich to get it. In the 90s, it was accessible for everybody. So, that's what I'm saying, Tracy. So, if it was accessible to everybody and everything was cut off, nobody was really using it, but it was available. You think they had schools back then in 1993 if COVID shut everything down? Or banking?
I think we would have worked through it. We done worked through way worse than COVID.
I think it would have been poor-ass lives.
I feel like we done worked through way worse than COVID. Lakeisha said, no, Tone.
What?
I don't know. She might elaborate. Moving on. I don't know if you guys saw where a substitute teacher from out of Prince George's County, Maryland, got on Twitter and said, and I quote, "Single mothers are raising boys, giving them female traits." She said a little more, and she subsequently got fired after somebody reported that to the school board. She was like, the boys in my class be running around acting like bitches and all of that.
Did she say bitches?
Yes. I saw her regular tweet.
Bitch, start a GoFundMe for that bitch. I'm donating.
So, what do you guys feel? What is your thoughts on that overall? Do you feel like she should have gotten fired? And what are your thoughts?
That's the curse of this generation, that if you don't agree with a motherfucker, they lose their life. That's the curse. I hate that shit. That bitch should have never lost her motherfucking job. That's her opinion. That's what's her observation from what she see in her classroom. And why would she get fired for saying which the fuck she see? I hate that shit. Now they act like bitches.
My opinion on it, like I feel like I'm very opinionated, and I also feel like I kind of like post what I want.
Yeah.
So with that being said, back in the day, if a teacher would have said that, y'all know how our teachers.
You would have cussed the teacher out.
I mean, but teachers would say anything they wanted to.
They would have tried to fight you.
They would have said that. They would have said that to you. First of all, it wasn't a big deal back then, so most of the time you wouldn't even told the principal or your mother because you didn't really want to get in trouble for the teacher getting on you because they were the authoritative figure. Mm-hmm. Now, fast forward to today, okay, as soon as somebody say anything to anybody's child, the parent wants to fight them. You know your child is bad.
That started with our generation.
I say something wrong, you want to fight me over your child. That's A. Then B, okay, with social media, if I'm a teacher, the last thing I should do on Twitter is be on there calling, because that's a platform that's spread. So I do think at the end of the day, we do have freedom of speech. Y'all know I say what the fuck I want. But there is a time and a place for everything. And as a teacher, I feel like I don't know the policies with PG County schools because that would determine if she should.
I was about to say, yeah, what are their
if she should have
rules
gotten
on
fired. But
right.
As a teacher or as someone that this is your livelihood, you should have enough couth and sense to know, like, I'm on Twitter, this is going to spread. It probably was one of your homegirls that sent it to the school board that know that you worked at PG schools. You could have been on Twitter as whoever the great. Somebody that you know sent it to the school because they know you work there. That's just how people operate nowadays. So I think you got to be mindful of that. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if you want to keep your job. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what the bottom line is. You need to keep your motherfucking job. So, but I think, personally, if she would have left it at these women are giving these young boys female traits and left it at that, I feel like she shouldn't have got fired. This is when you start calling them bitches and they acting like bitches and all. That's what got you fired, sir. Mm-hmm. But again, I feel like she should get a GoFundMe. And bitch, we should get it popping for her to live her life.
The only thing I got is from Lakeisha saying no, Tone, and Nanny saying exactly choose your battles.
Okay, so Tracy said she definitely should have been more diplomatic. Exactly, choose your battle. Okay. Darnice Monet says she definitely shouldn't have posted it on Twitter.
Hey, Darnice, this is your first time watching.
Okay, wait. Darnice, you said she shouldn't have posted that shit on Twitter? Nanny said, so did you guys see how those kids threw that lady off the metro bus?
No.
Wait a minute. Elaborate, Nanny.
No, I did not.
Lauren said now teachers are scared because the bad kid might cost them their job. That's what I say, Lauren. You can fuck a bitch up in our day. I think they need to bring that back, Lauren. Fuck their ass up. Creaser said Mr. Howell would have definitely said that.
Yeah, I don't know what's that. Said it to her face.
We see it with grown ass men acting like bitches. Tracy Brent said.
Okay, so Tracy saying the little boys act like it, and the grown men.
And so do the grown men.
Those grown men was raised by single mothers.
Tahir said, right. That's the messed up part. I don't know what she should have. Oh, that was her. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yeah, Darnese said no. She shouldn't have did it on Twitter because of receipts. Everything is, and once it's in the universe, the metaverse, or whatever they call it, the cyber world.
Tracy said that cancel culture pisses me off. They stay wanting to mute the truth, but with bullshit reign.
Tina has
she ain't lying.
Tina, was you here when we asked her question? Tina said, "Fuck them kids," and she's a former teacher. She got a lot of good stories about when she was teaching. From like
Tina said, "Fuck them kids." Creasy, you talking about what happened to the broadcast? What you talking about, baby? We still see comments. Did it get stuck or anything, or what happened?
Call Boost Mobile, hun. Okay, we moving. We moving to our next question. If anybody has any feeling about. Okay, Tina, we asked your question first, so you can go back and look at that. When we
on our YouTube channel, Talks with Tone and Teena.
Yeah, you could go back and look at that. Okay, our next question is, I saw a post where a girl said, I hope she ain't watching, but if you is, hey girl, You put it on the internet. It's everybody's. You know,
it's free will.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about.
So she said, my car just broke down. Mm-hmm. I'm about to see who really fuck with me and who don't. So my question is, do you, and I've seen all kind of stuff like this, like, oh, when you need somebody, you know, people just ranting online. My question is, do you gauge your friendship based off of what somebody can or cannot do for you? And if your car broke down and you needed a ride, and Jane might have 3 kids and a schedule and she can't come and get you, how is that saying she's not your friend or she don't mess with you?
Okay. I'm going to answer the first question first. Do I gauge my friends based off of what they can do for me or any of that? No, I do not. However, I have the friends and I am that friend. Most motherfuckers don't call me unless they really in a bind. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to drop everything and come fuck with you and help you out and yada, yada, yada. My friends do that for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a flat tire, whatever. These bitches have ride to California to come get me. So that's what I'm used to. Do I think that you're not my friend if you don't do that? No. Like, you could be busy. You could be at work. You gonna get fired if you leave. Like, you never know what somebody's situation is. Like you said, circumstances is what the fuck they are. So if you can't stop everything and help me at that point, I wouldn't think you weren't my friend.
Or I don't fuck with you.
Now, if that continually happens, bitch, you ain't my friend. Like, stop bullshitting. What the fuck you doing here?
I feel like it's hard because, for one, I'm a problem solver type of person.
Yeah.
So as soon as something happens with anybody that I care about, I get into problem solving mode.
Yeah.
That's for one. For two, I couldn't see myself ever doing that. So it would, like, I really can't.
Yeah.
I really can't. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
It would never happen. So, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. I do it for people, and the people that's in my life do it for me. So I don't really.
Yeah, automatically right away.
But if Tina couldn't leave work to come pick me up off the side of the road, I wouldn't think she not my friend.
But you know,
Yeah, this bitch gonna be like, okay, well, I got AAA. Bitch say you me when they run. Like, she gonna figure it the fuck out. Yeah. She can't come, but she's gonna figure it out.
I just can't see being that type of person.
So are you saying that they not your friend?
No, I just don't use that kind of vocabulary. I've never uttered those words. When people say and do stuff like that, I can't relate to it because I've never used I'm not that type of terminology person. First of all, I don't get mad at what somebody else don't do for me. I'm going to do it myself at the end of the day. I'm going to already have the chains rolling and make it happen for me. And I'm definitely not going to get mad because somebody else can't do it for me.
So let me ask you this. Let me give you a scenario. If you call, okay, you and Tasha friends, right? So
Lakeisha, if you come with this comment starting shit, we're going to block you.
Carissa.
Go ahead.
I need you to behave, Kiki. Okay, so scenario. You and Tasha friends, right? Mm-hmm. You and Tasha, when there's ever time to go to the club, y'all, hang out, talk, girls' night, whatever, Tasha's there. So you get stranded at work. Girl, I can't come. Okay, y'all party some more. Then the next time, something happened to you. Girl, I can't make it. Then the next time, girl, I can't make it. Girl, I can't make it.
Pick her up.
Carissa?
Yeah.
And she every time you really need her, it's girl, I can't make it. So you're saying to me you wouldn't feel like,
I mean,
Tasha, you ain't shit.
That has nothing like that has ever
you
happened
would just
to
know
me.
To not call Tasha.
So I guess people who deal with people in that type of way, they quick to be like, oh, I don't fuck with that bitch, or she playing, or she lying. But honestly, I've definitely had a lot of wonderful people in my life, and nothing like that has remotely ever happened to me where somebody kept spinning me for, you know what I'm saying? Because I help people so much that anytime I go to somebody for help, they will just do it. And,
would you understand if somebody ain't fucking with Tasha like that? Because she don't ever show up?
Yeah, because if you run with those type of chicks, then that's the type of, that's how y'all do.
Okay.
So that's going to be the risk that you take. Y'all are frenemies, or y'all could be sisters. Some people just don't operate. Some people just are very messy, toxic. They don't operate off of a genuine type of spirit.
So you feel like that's a toxic trait?
I do feel like it's toxic. First of all, I feel like people play games a lot. I feel like if there's something you don't want to do, tell the person up front. I'm even going to probably tell you why. And that's going to end it. If you don't want to be my friend no more, that's fine. But I'm not going to keep saying, oh, I can't do it because of this. Then as soon as I get off the phone, I'm not going to get this bitch. Fuck her. Woo woo. I'm not going to do all of that.
So that goes back to your the other question where you said having uncomfortable conversations is a must sometimes.
Yeah. And
you just, bitch, I'm not doing it.
And I feel like when you're upfront with somebody from the beginning, like I said, I want to be the old. You know how old ladies are now. Mm-hmm. They don't play about nothing. Like they don't play with their kids. You know, they grown kids.
Friends.
You know, they know, like, I can't call my mom because she goes to bed at 8 o'clock. I don't care if I have an emergency. She thinks I'm out here playing games. She not going. I want to be that person.
The door closes at 10.
To be direct and upfront with you, so you already know. Well, don't
play with her.
Yeah, don't call me or don't play with me.
That's my life.
So I really like.
Everybody know not to call or play with me.
I really like being transparent with people, and I definitely like being honest with people.
I think people know not to play with you, but I also know that, like, even with Sue knows she can't give you the bullshit she wrote on the way in. She gonna have to come up with a fucking story. She gonna bust out crying and throw dirt in her head. Like, she already know not to play with you like that. But everybody knows how to get to your heartstrings.
And that's something that I'm working on.
Really?
Yes. In my 48th year, I said that's something that I really wanted to, like, limit, because I am a fixer. I am a problem solver. Yeah. I will give anybody, like, the shirt off my back, my time, my energy to help them. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I really want to work on this year. Like, well,
you want to close that off with yourself?
Yes, I do. I'm very much the person that jumps right in.
That's not going to be you, though.
I'm a MacGyver. I'm a mind MacGyver. Like, I'm going to jump right in and we going to get it done. I don't care who it is or whatever. But I don't want to do that anymore. Why?
Because I feel like that's gonna change you.
It's not.
That's gonna make you like cold and shit.
It's not. And I'm gonna always be who I am. But I'm getting older. I'm almost a senior.
You tired of these bitches fucking with you?
Yeah.
Playing in your motherfucking face.
I gotta start moving like AARP. Like, I can't help you.
I got you.
So
you want to get your cord.
I definitely always want to be true to myself. But as you grow and get older, we talking about growing and evolving.
It's certain shit you just can't.
Yeah,
do.
you have to. And you can always still be there for people, but just take a strength-based approach.
What's a strength-based approach?
Just like taking them to the water, but they gotta drink it. You know, that type of deal.
Okay.
You can't want something more for somebody than they want for themselves. All that kind of mumbo jumbo.
Okay, so
giving out resources, all of that kind of stuff. Okay,
Can you see the comments?
Yeah, I'm late in the comments.
Oh.
Lauren said, if she's single, girl, you don't have 3 sponsors lined up, like 1 handle car note and maintenance, 1 handle light and gas bill. I'm just saying.
No, because that means 3 people I got to entertain that's going to get the fuck on my nerves that I'm only fucking with to pay the light bill and the car and all. Bitch, I'd rather just get rid of them and pay it myself.
Yeah,
like seriously, like she can tell you, wasted time dealing with motherfuckers that I don't like or don't want to be around. I just can't. I cannot. Look, I tried it one time with this Jamaican dude, right? I was in my 20s. He was old. So he had the weed and all that shit. He was one of my patients and shit. So he was like, keep coming over there. He had money like a motherfucker, right? So he kept trying to give me the weed. I'll go over there and get the weed. I would make Tahir go with me, get the weed, all that. Me and Tahir smoke good over that nigga house, all of that, get his money. So one day he told me come over there by myself. I got the weed for you. I got a couple bucks for you.
That's dead.
This bitch tried to fill me up. I knew what the fuck I was supposed to be doing. This man, bitch, he's not giving you free. You're supposed to fuck this man at some point.
At some point.
I told him.
That's what, you know.
I told him.
That was his
I can't
objective.
believe that you would think something like that. I'm getting out of here right now. Bitch, I cussed him out and all that. Like, I didn't know what the fuck time it was. I cannot do it. Not for the car note, not for none of that. Yeah. If you make me sick, no.
I feel you on that.
Okay. But that was some good weed if you still in here, ain't it, Tahir?
Darnice said, I mean, if they have a dude or someone they're jumping on a regular, he can't come get her and provide her with some sort of resource to assist her, that's a problem. I feel like that's a problem with women. You know, women will get mad at their mothers, women will get mad at their girlfriends, but they won't get mad at their man for the same thing. The same thing, like Darnice just said.
Now, Darnice, that's different with me. I'm supposed to call my man before I call her, my mother, or anybody else. If you always telling me you can't do it, we gonna have to break up.
Lakeisha said, don't always come to her when you have a problem. Once in a while, okay, but I'm not a fixer. Dominique has answered, hey, Nee.
Hey, Nee.
And to her, Lakeisha said, bitch, you ain't working on that. I am working. Lakeisha, how dare you? I am working on that. I'm really trying to not be. I'm really trying to not be little young, little hood Mother Teresa. I'm really trying. I mean, I still want to. I still want to be the core of who I am, but I want to go about it a certain way.
You just want to set some boundaries.
Yes, that's
There's nothing wrong with boundaries.
Okay.
And I personally think you do need to set some boundaries.
Lauren said, yeah, that's my problem. My mother keeps telling me to learn to say no and deny people because I give too much.
Lauren, do you like that about yourself, or you want to change that?
Lakeisha said no is a complete sentence. I got to use that, Lakeisha.
Period.
No, just say no.